back, everyone, to OpenLine. Talking pets. Pets and the pandemic, and pets and a new animal shelter that's opened in Williamson County. The new Williamson County Animal Shelter is now open. We have with us Scott Pieper. He is the Community Outreach Coordinator with the Williamson County Animal Shelter. State-of-the-art, big facility. How many animals did you take in last year down there in Williamson County? How many are you taking in?
Yeah, so in 2021, we brought in 4,202 animals total, to be exact. Almost a little over 1,200 of those were dogs. 2,700, almost 2,800 of them were cats. And then, as I mentioned a little while ago, we do take in the other animals. We had 158 other animals, so small furries and bearded dragons and animals of that nature.
So you take in far more cats than dogs?
Yes. And we are getting ready to go into what we call kitten season. It is not unusual for us to bring in 500 or more cats per month in the warmer months, particularly in the summer, which is kind of a great segue to talk about the importance of the spay-neuter programs.
Well, yeah, talk about that, and talk about, I mean, they're cute, but that's a little concerning. There are that many cats out there. We're talking in one county, you're bringing in 500 a month. I mean, what does that say?
Right. Well, there are some estimates that there are around 50,000 cats in Williamson County that spend at least part of their life outdoors. So that doesn't mean that they're outside all the time. It could be they get let out in the morning and then come back in for dinner type thing. But, and each female is capable of reproducing multiple times a year. And it is thought that a female that is left unspayed can be responsible for up to 400,000 cats within 7 years. So, that's her and her offspring reproducing.
Now, wait, say that again. One female can be responsible for 400,000 cats over 7 years.
By some estimates, yes.
How old does a cat have to be before the cat starts giving birth?
Like 4 months or so, not very old at all. They're capable of, like I said, reproducing multiple times in a year. And if you figure, 5 kittens or so per litter, they add up quickly.
Oh my goodness. So that's astounding. All right, keep going. Whatever you were saying there, that's amazing.
Yeah, no. So that just goes to show the importance of the spay-neuter programs that we have here. We have, for Williamson County residents, we have an option for just about every situation, every lifestyle of cat, I guess you could say. If a cat lives outside at all, we have free options for them. Indoor cats, there might be some financial guidelines that people need to meet, but they're still very low cost to get the cat spayed. And we do have some options for dogs as well. There are some breed and weight restrictions that we're able to, that limit what we're able to provide for dogs, but just about every lifestyle of cat, we have a spay-neuter option for low cost or free.
And how does that work? Walk us through how that works for a cat, because I'm astounded by those numbers. That's insane.
Yeah, sure. So if somebody's interested, well, first, let's talk about the community cat programs. We have several programs where, and when I say community cats, I'm talking about cats that generally live the majority of their life outdoors, if not all of the time. So these are cats that may be feral, which for us describes a cat that doesn't want to have human interaction. So they might live in a colony by themselves, and they just want to fend for themselves, want to be left alone. You're not going to walk up to them and pet them. But then there's also the cats, like say there's a group of cats that live in a neighborhood, and there's several people that are making sure that they have food and water. but they're spending still the most of their time outside. So in either one of those situations, they can call the animal center, ask to speak with our community cats coordinator, and she will help them if we need to provide assistance to have the animals capture the animals to get them brought in. We have options for that. If someone is able to get the cat in a crate themselves and bring them in, we have options for that as well.
So if there's a colony of cats, feral cats, they don't belong to anybody, but you see there's a colony of them and they're just living out, you would recommend, it would be good if they could be spayed or neutered, right? And
absolutely.
And because they're gonna keep reproducing, they're gonna keep being more of those, and you have a program to do that.
Correct. And like I said, they can call the animal center, ask to speak with our community cats coordinator. She can help them with that. If someone, it can take a very skilled person to capture feral cats. I wouldn't try it myself. I'm certainly not that skilled. So I don't recommend that anybody just run out there and try to catch a feral cat. But, we might have some volunteers that could provide assistance with capturing, or at least our community cats coordinator can give them instruction. We have humane traps that folks can rent. It's a refundable deposit. So we try to provide as many options as we can to meet as many different situations and scenarios to get those cats into us so we can get them spayed or neutered.
Wow. And are you concerned about, is there general concern about the number of cats out there? I mean, if one female cat can reproduce that many, are we seeing, it seems like there could be just a huge problem. I mean, are we seeing a huge problem? Again, not just in Williamson County, all across. Is this something that's talked about widely in animal shelter circles, or what are we seeing as far as just the number of cats out there?
Well, I mean, it certainly contributes to the number of animals that end up not only here and in surrounding shelters, and we know that some of our neighbors are experiencing some overpopulation issues. The more cats that run around out there that aren't spayed or neutered, that increases the homeless pet population for sure, and then we have to find ways to control that. So that could be through getting them into centers for adoption, or but definitely the spay neuter is a great way to control pet population.
Okay. As far as adoptions last year, 706 dogs, 1,200 cats. So that's tons. You're adopting out last year a bunch of dogs, even more cats.
Right, absolutely. And as we talked a little bit about earlier, we also had 323 dogs and 59 cats returned to their owner. So when you add all those up and compare it to our intake of the 4,200, you can see how we're getting to that 97% save rate, live release rate.
That's great. All right, let's look at a couple pictures here of some animals you have there. What do you know about, I guess, this first animal, if anything? I think it's Lucy. What do you know about Lucy?
This is Lucy. Lucy is our longest term cat. She's been with us since, I believe, May of last year. So, which actually, I just hadn't thought about that until just saying it. That's when I started. So I guess Lucy and I have been in this together. But so she is our longest term cat, and she is here, available for adoption. So if anyone's interested in coming to visit her, we'd love to have them here.
Now that's great. You hold on to Lucy that long. I'm glad to see that.
Yes, absolutely. We do. I've talked about our live release rate several times. We do not euthanize for time or space.
That's great. That's really great. And is that unusual?
I don't know that I can really speak to other centers' practices, but it is something that that we're proud of and that we're able to do, to have that live release rate where it is, and to be able to provide all the services and programs that everything that goes into contributing to that.
That's great. All right, let's take another picture here. Is there a dog, I think, that's been there a while? There, Mrs. Nesbitt.
Mrs. Nesbitt, yeah, she has been here a while. I don't think she's quite our longest term dog, but she's a fun girl. I have had some interaction with her. She seems to get along with people and other dogs. That photo shoot was, she did a Valentine's Day photo shoot for us. So we know she's photogenic, at least. And
how does she get her name? Where does that come from?
Oh boy, I know it's from a movie. Because I've heard the quote. There's I don't know which movie it is, but I know it's from a movie. The staff is going to make fun of me tomorrow because they love the name Mrs. Nesbitt, and they've told me what it's from before, and I'm just not remembering at all.
A Toy Story. Our producer, Imola, says it's a Toy Story. I don't know if that's right.
Yes, that is it.
There it is. So there, mystery solved. All right, well, good. So they're just a couple right there. Mrs. Nesbitt and Lucy.
And Lucy, yeah. They're here. We have other cats and dogs and, like I said, guinea pigs that are here available for adoption. We'd love to have people come out and visit the new center and see who we have here. Maybe make a match.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about the Book Buddies program. What is the Book Buddies program? So we'll take a break. Be back right after this.